Hey, it's me, Mrs. B. So today we are going to look at learning to tell the time. Here I have a circular piece of card, which is actually a pizza base from the pizza packaging. So this came with pizza, which I've eaten when I was learning fractions. Key for telling the time. Who knows their 5 times tables? Here are the 5 times tables facts. They will help you massively when you learn to tell the time. Because if you know your 5 times tables facts, then you can tell the time on the clock. Our clock is blank, so we're going to put the clock together. We're going to start with 12 at the top, because that's easier. So 12 times 5 is 60. There are 60 minutes in 1 hour. I'm going to go half past, or halfway down to put the 6. I've got a clock over there to help me if I need to check. I've got a 3 and then the 9. So this is how I'm putting my clock out to make my clock. In between we have 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10 and 11. Okay, so now we can see all the numbers on the clock. When we know our 5 times tables, we can say, do we know how many minutes passed when the big hand points to the 5? Now, if you know that 5 times 5 is 25, you know that that's 25 minutes past. Okay? If you know your 10 times 5 is 50, we know that's 50 minutes, because around the clock it goes in 5. So we start at 12, which is representing 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Perfect. You'd also write those numbers on if you wanted to. Let's do that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 and 60. Okay, so it's the corresponding times tables facts for the 5 times tables. Brilliant, I hear you say. Next. Wonder what fractions are doing there? Well, let me show you. Fractions help us tell the time, because when we can think about half and quarter and 3/4, when we learn to tell half past, it's halfway around the clock, so it goes from 12 to 6. Let me show you half. Oh, she's cutting up the clock. Ta-da! Half past, that's half of the clock, okay? Another half an hour is 1 hour, so 2 halves or 2 half hours make 1 whole hour, or 1 whole, whatever we're dealing with fractions. So we're bringing in fractions as well as time. Next, we're going to think about quarters. Now, if you've learnt quarters, or you've learnt quarters using my videos before, we know that quarters involve 4 parts. So now we're going to cut the clock again, and we're going to find out quarter past the hour. So I'm going to cut that. Remember, watch your grown-ups with those scissors. So now we've got 2 quarters and a half. Quarter past is 3, or 15 minutes. 15 minutes we also know as quarter past, okay? Now if we cut the other half of the clock, so we've then got 4 parts, which is quarters, that cuts through the number 9, or 45 minutes. We might say 3/4 of an hour, okay? So that is, I'm going to put the whole clock together. There's a whole hour. Quarter past takes us to 3. Half of the clock, or half past, takes us to 6. 3/4 of an hour takes us to 9. What fraction of the clock is left? That's right, a quarter. So it's a quarter to the next hour. Brilliant. Get practicing, and I'll speak to you soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share if you've enjoyed the video today. Have fun learning the time.